Good evening. I'm here again at Alchemist Attic doing tarot readings, or waiting to do tarot readings. It's a rainy evening, so there's not a lot of people around downtown. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, you go have dinner, drop by the attic, get a reading, because I'm here, got plenty of time. So today the card I pulled was Page of Pentacles, and so I guess we'll just dive right in. I will talk about my Kickstarter for my tarot deck at the end, but here's my sketch for the Page of Pentacles in my deck. So the pages, I read somewhere, probably quite a few places, that the pages are kind of a childlike energy a lot of times, in the sense, and I think of it then, I imagine, in this case, like a kid who's really excited about making money, or excited about accumulating things and collecting things, because the pentacles aren't always about money. It's also about our actual physical belongings, our homes, our cars, our clothing, those things that, make up the physical part of our life. So, which is why I drew my version of the card. Not so much as a kid, making money. I could have drawn it like a kid with a lemonade stand, but it's also the she's building a birdhouse and like learning to make things and get a skill that can make money and that kind of thing. So the pages are often about messages. So in my mind I have this image of the really excited kid that runs up to you to tell you things that you might already know, but maybe don't. And it's that sort of out of the blue messages that you sometimes get. And in this case, it could be a message about an opportunity to invest, or for a job, or some sort of revenue generating, money generating thing. A message about a house, or you're approved for the loan, or those kinds of messages. So in the sense of a predictive kind of thing, if you draw this card as like a daily card, or as the ultimate outcome in a larger spread, I would say that it means like there's going to be some sort of opportunity or message of something that's kind of out of the blue, not necessarily unexpected, but that when you need it most, or when you least expect it, it's that message that's like, here's the thing that you need. Usually it's exciting new opportunities. It's not just like, oh, hey, that $20 I owe you, here it is. But it's that hey, that $20 that I owe you that we both totally probably forgot about, here's that $20. Reversed, it's the same kind of thing, but it's not. I think like scams, pyramid schemes, those messages of like, hey, make $1,000 a week from home with it's the messages that are too good to be true, or sometimes blatantly false, but the kind of things where, and this is where that childlike excitement kind of comes into it for me when I'm sort of envisioning the card. It's those messages like, kids that are super excited about things that they shouldn't probably be excited about. And the inverse, it's sometimes us being that naive or hopeful about these messages and hoping that they're something good, or getting that excited about something that we really shouldn't be that excited about. So yeah, like I said, when I get this card as a daily card, I take that as a sign to be especially open and attentive towards messages that come my way, or opportunities, not even messages that are necessarily targeted towards me, but those if you're looking for an opportunity, or if you're waiting for some sort of, not sign, but I guess opportunity is probably the best word, but a lot of times we kind of pass those by and ignore them. They just sort of flit around the perimeter of our sort of the periphery of our senses, and if we open our minds to them, we're more likely to see them. if it's reversed on a day, I would take that as a beware what people offer you or what seems like a really good financial opportunity, or hey, this super great apartment that you think you might want to rent, make sure it gets in, like it doesn't have cockroaches or something, like dig a little bit. Don't believe every message that comes your way. Yeah, my tarot deck that I'm working on, I have started a Kickstarter. You can find it at, the bit.ly links, bit.ly/femtarot, FEMTAROT. It will get done one way or another, but what I'm hoping is to raise the money to actually release this, be able to, get the barcode, order, order a large print run of the first batch of decks, and actually be able to release it on a larger scale and get it into shops and get it to people who I don't know and who may not follow this page and aren't paying attention to the project, because I think it's important. If you haven't followed this before, I'm working on it's a feminist tarot deck, so every single figure on every single card is female or femme. It's an inclusive, diverse deck. Racially, there's trans women, there's old women, there's young women, there's plus size women, there's all colors, there's disabled women, there's they're all in here, and it's the idea it's a modernized deck, so the images are not sort of mythical and allegorical and that sort of thing. It's a very real depiction, because what I wanted was a deck where someone getting their cards read can see themselves in every single one, or can see because the way, especially the Rider-Waite deck, which I love, but the way it's drawn is very steeped in Judeo-Christian imagery and patriarchal imagery. So you get the emperor is always higher than the empress, and the king is always higher than the queen, and the women occupy the nurturing, creative, nature positions, and the men are order and authority. And I think that stands in the way of people seeing themselves as, if you are reading for a female and you pull a card like the Emperor, and even if you assure them that's them, it's hard to see for some people. And I think that having a deck that depicts the world in a way that women can occupy every space and be every role and have a full range of identities is important. So that's where I'm going with that. So yeah, if you're interested or and know people who might be interested in supporting such a project, direct them to the link. It's also linked on the Infinite Light Tarot page, and I'll be kind of pushing that hard for a couple of months, so I get used to that. But thank you for supporting that and me. And if you have any questions, go ahead and post them on the page. And thanks for joining me again.